Yahoo! Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to the Aquarian Adepts, my platform, our platform, to become your spiritual server. And welcome to the daily reading for today, Wednesday, September 5th of 2018. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. And what's going on in the astrology for today and the cards for today? Well, as you can see, for today we have drawn the card the Hierophant, the Eight of Cups, and this is accompanied by the sacred geometry vibration of the Cosmic Flower, which actually was the card that came up on Monday. So the Cosmic Flower comes back, and I will go ahead and reiterate. Cosmic Flower is the frequency of Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour out our magnificence out into the world. So interesting that we would get these cards, Cosmic Flower, the Hierophant, and the Eight of Cups. The Hierophant definitely speaks to you establishing your own connection to the divine, but the Eight of Cups speaks to having to leave behind a situation. And I think this is interesting considering the fact that today the moon is continuing to make its transit in Cancer. And even at the time of me recording this, it actually creates a Grand Water Trine. While the moon is transiting 15 to 17 degrees of Cancer, Neptune retrograde is at 15 degrees of Pisces, and Jupiter is at 17 degrees of Scorpio. So we do get a Grand Water Trine today. And anytime you get a trine or a Grand Trine, it's considered like a gift, or I like to think of it almost like a miracle. So today we get some sort of miracle or gift in the form of emotions and our sensory and how we feel about things, right? And it's interesting how we do have the Eight of Cups here, which deals with that energy, but it speaks to leaving behind something. So today could actually be a great opportunity for you to release some emotional baggage, something that has held you back. And then we have, like I said, the Hierophant card here, which is the card of Taurus, no less, which speaks to kind of getting grounded in your own way of connecting to Source, in your own way of connecting to God, Goddess. But we do have the Cosmic Flower here. So this is really about connecting to our heart, connecting to, that place we call home. They said that the heart was the first organ that was formed within the womb. So this is about connecting to our heart space. And when we connect to this space and we really come into our higher vibration and frequency, we're able to pour out our authenticity into the world from that place. But this requires us to leave behind certain modes of thought, ways of feeling. This, has to do with leaving behind certain situations and having the bravery to do so. This Grand Water Trine is offering us a great opportunity to gain some emotional understanding and even emotional intelligence. Now, mind you, the moon in Cancer has been making oppositions to this Capricorn energy, which of course, as you know, has been rather tough lately. We have Saturn retrograde here, which will be coming direct very soon. We have Pluto retrograde here. We also have Mars, which is now forward, even though it's moving a bit slowly. It's not at its full strength, it's not at its full speed, but it's here at 29 degrees of Capricorn. So as the moon makes its transit throughout the day, it will oppose Pluto retrograde, and by the end of the day, it will come rather close to opposing Mars, although that's going to be more of an aspect for tomorrow. But that being said, this moon opposed Pluto is exactly that. This is about us transforming our emotions so we can look forward towards the future and actually take the vision that we have for ourselves, our legacy and our purpose, and actually pour this out into the world and manifest it. That's really what this moon opposed Pluto is. Anytime the moon opposes Pluto, it's some sort of emotional let go. It's some sort of emotional cleanse that we have to do, even though Pluto's retrograde. So this is something that you have been reviewing for a while, you could say. Something that you've been in review period for a while. This is not really new stuff. This is stuff from your past, even past lives in many ways. We also have Mercury making a quincunx over to Mars, which is at 29 degrees of Capricorn. Mercury, which is at 29 degrees of Leo, and will also shift into Virgo later this evening, thus sparking off the Grand Earth Trine that we'll be having. So we go from a Grand Water Trine into a Grand Earth Trine. The Grand Earth Trine will last for about 3 days, actually. Mercury's moving rather fast, and it likes to be in Virgo because, Virgo energy is ruled by Mercury. So this is another area where mentally we're wanting to connect to our hearts, and we're trying to really feel into our heart to see whether or not the legacy or the path that we're walking, whether or not it's in line. But this is a quincunx, right? So it's the awkward stare from across the room. It's awkward. They don't necessarily get along. They don't necessarily see eye to eye. And Mars is wanting to act. Now it's finally going forward, so it has all this pent-up energy, and it's wanting to move forward into the future and take some action. It's going to be moving into Aquarius later this week. But it is making this quincunx over to Mercury, so we still have to make sure that we are establishing this connection within from our mind to our heart, to make sure that we are actually listening to our heart, whether or not the thoughts that we hear come from our heart, and whether or not this is really in line with our purpose, our integrity, making sure that whatever actions we take are in line with our integrity, are in line with our higher self, our purpose, our heart, unconditional love, radiating that love out into the world. But that's really what today is about. Today is a day where, the past is the past, and we should leave it in the past. Now, that's not to say that you can't embrace certain aspects of the past, but it's also about letting go of that place. It's about learning to heal from what's happened, learning to move forward. The past is the past for a reason. You are here in the now. If you're listening to this, you woke up today, which means that you have another opportunity to pour out into this world the miracle that is you. For you are a miracle, my beautiful star child. So yes, it is easy to get caught up on the past. It's easy to hold on to that. But today is a day about letting go and allowing yourself to transform so you can really begin to affect change in this world. But of course, that change that you want to affect in this world does begin with yourself. That is it for your reading today. A little bit shorter than usual. But I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. And if you would like a personal reading with me, beloved, I am running a sale the entire month of September, 25% off of all of my services. Take advantage of that. You can follow the link in the description below to theaquarianadepts.com. And always remember, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to keep moving forward. Stay focused, Stan. Yahoo! Smile often.